Okay, right. And whatsoever you are this time and this evening, and this is the 2A Radio TV where you are closely following us, and we are here to give you just what you need. But then on today's edition, we are here with Mr. Emmerson Drobia. He's from Nimba County, where they have been in some they are from the group where they have said that the superintendent of Nimba County should be dismissed or resign, or he resign because of some things he's going through, and he's not doing well in the county. He have gone against all the people in the county. When it comes to development, he's not friendly. When it comes to media, he's not friendly. When it comes to being very much close to people around, he's not. He will give you the full meaning. He will give you the full reason why he's here, and he will give you his position. So this is the 2A Radio TV that is based in the US. And wheresoever you are and following us, my name is Bobson Bob Quitty Jr. I'm your host for this evening. So let's get to Mr. Jobia, where he's relaxing and sitting cool to give you every information relating to this whole issue. Mr. Jobia, you welcome to the 2A Radio TV in the United States. Though you have been monitored across the globe internationally.
Um, Voice are inadequate to express how grateful I am to appear on this informative platform that is accurate, that is balanced, and is well monitored and listened to around the world. I want to extend my gratitude to the CEO of this to a radio TV and you, Boston Buckwheat, for giving me the invitation to have my voice heard across the world and in Liberia with regards to ills in society and how we can recommend solutions for the better good of our people. Those of you listening to me on this platform, my name is Emmerson John Drobia. I come from Nimba County. I am the chairman for the Nimba Citizen Movement, NIMCIM. The Nimba Citizen Movement is the conglomerations of Nimbayans and Liberians seeking to protect the resources of Nimba for the better use of the people that will impact the life of the needy and impoverished Nimbayans who are vulnerable and their resources being reigned to enrich individuals instead of impacting the less privileged. This group is a special advocacy group, and our recent call is for the no confidence in the superintendent of Nimba County. We believe that the God blessed resources of Nimba, it should be utilized in a way that it will transform Nimba County, that will have tangible development, that we should have a kind of a forecasting of the future that in the next 10 to 15 years, what we hope, what we wish that we see Nimba to be. Our hope and aspiration is that in the next 10 years, Nimba should be boasting about, like when it comes to medical doctors, we should be talking about 200, 16 well medical doctors. When it comes to scientists, we should be talking about 50 economists, engineers from all aspects. But sadly for us as a people, we have come to realize that individuals appointed by government, they come and loot the county, enrich themselves overnight, and go with impunity. One may ask why Emmerson Drobia and the others will be calling for immediate vote of no confidence in the superintendent and termination of the PMC contract.
Okay.
We have 12 cardinal counts against the superintendent. The most recent of our count, last October, the superintendent of Nimba County, Honorable Nelson Kokwe, clandestinely, dubiously, fraudulently withdrew the sum of 28,000 United States dollars and plus 3 million Liberian dollars. if you sum that in United States dollar, we are talking about somewhere around or pretty close to 40,000 United States dollar.
Yeah.
The transaction of sale withdrawal was dubious on ground that he used outdated resolution. You know, those of you in the world across, when we talk about what we refer to as resolution, mind you, the budget law of Liberia, the 2018-2019 budget law of Liberia, in section 9, article A, R, and J, mandate all counties to go to a county sitting every year, and in that county setting, the county council will draw a development agenda. When they draw an agenda for the county, capturing, apportioning the county money on which development it goes for, and then said mandate is now given to the superintendent and the PMC to act upon that. It is the county setting that authorize the PMC and the superintendent to use money from our county setting. For an instance, if we go to county setting today as a county, there we will allot, we will reach a resolution. We say NIMA is using 1 million out of our money, and you are only mandated to use that 1 million. If for any reason should we use additional money beyond that $1 million, that is, we should go back to another county setting, or in the absence of county setting, the NIMA legislative caucus will meet a consensus and draw and give resolution that will empower the superintendent of the PMC to act. But the PMC and the superintendent, the 2021 resolution that budgeted 2.8 million to be used for Nimba County, said resolution has expired. And the caucus have gone to work 2021 and give the superintendent a resolution asking him to use 100,000, which later came in our account. Mind you, the county setting is on a cash basis. So during the 2021 county setting, the decision was only arrived at based on the cash that were on hand. What we call the CDF, that is the County Development Fund, that comes from government. It was not available. But later in 2021, the county portion of the county development, which is 100,000, came. So now the money came, the lawmaker gave him mandate to use that money to settle on liabilities that the county have. But the superintendent has gone this year, October, where he did a communication to the caucus in September requesting them that he want to pay the PMC 6 months salary arrears. While this communication was on the desk of the caucus, the superintendent took upon himself and used outdated communication 1 year expired document to withdraw money from our caucus. We believe that said action is criminal in nature, and our fear is how many of those transactions that have been made that is not yet known to the public. So that is one of our con. So we demanded upon our caucus and the president of Liberia, we cannot have a superintendent who is not knowledgeable of governance. In our counts, it's bordered around human rights abuse, bad governance, and corruption. This is a superintendent who in 2020, when he has just taken over as superintendent, the youth and sport has given 500,000 Liberian dollars to Nimba County as Nimba County portion of the gate intake of the 2019-2020 or county meet. That money was directed to this superintendent personal use. He conceived it from the sports steering committee, and after 6 months before this information came to the public, shamefully, we have to demand the superintendent will have to mount public pressure before he can make said money available by borrowing the money from other people. We feel that he's not trusted. This is a superintendent who in 2021 his car has approached the complete nearly checkpoint, and an older man in his age 60, who is an LIS officer, Liberian Immigration Service officer. This man is wearing a uniform. They don't have shelter. This old man, Alexander Pay, has gone to find shelter somewhere when the rain was falling, and the superintendent car advanced the checkpoint. And the old man tried to rush and come and open the gate or to identify who was in the car. The superintendent said that his office has been abused. Why this older man did not run on the ring to drop the gate for his car to pass. This man
Okay.
ordered his group of hooligans that were in his car, and they brutalized the old man. We believe that it is human right abuse. We cannot have a kind of authoritative superintendent going out of days where people will just come and beat our people and go with impunity. Going out of days where you will just use your power and rape somebody and loot people. We believe that it's a crime. This is a superintendent that the August of this year, 2022, the chiefs and elders of Nimba County has written a petition to the Nimba Legislative Caucus, which, of course, copy of that petition is before Senator Prince Johnson, Yomin Johnson, and the entire caucus, that they don't want to work with this man. They passed vote of no confidence in on grounds that this is a superintendent who directed and conceived portion of the 1 million LD given by President George Weah to the chiefs and elder of Berege. 200,000 of said amount disappeared after the president has given that money to him to give it to the chiefs and elder. The chiefs and elder in Akan, they are also not happy with this superintendent who also directed huge portion of the 25 kg rest that were given to the chiefs and elder of Nimba County as their July 26th celebration. Why are we being abused with a man who doesn't even know A from D? We feel Nimba is so big to be. Yes, it's a mockery, it's a shame. Why would the chairman of the Nimba? We cannot have a superintendent in our county who continue to beat people or arrest every day and night. We are sending this caveat to the government of Liberia. This is why we are petitioning our lawmakers. On the 19th of October, we locked down the city of Ganta, what we refer to it as Black Wednesday. That was
On the
one of the
19th.
most, on the 19th of October. That was recorded as the most peaceful, organized, civilized Nimbayan assembly. Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution gave us that right to gather in a peaceful and orderly manner to petition our lawmaker. That which we did. But this information, we want to pass it on to the public tonight. Since we gave our petition to the lawmaker, Bob, you have been following the information in the media. Senator Prince Johnson came publicly on the air and told the Nimba people that this withdrawal of the money was criminal. It's clandestine. We yet to know why Senator Prince Johnson, who is the head of the caucus, and others have not advanced the Nimba people plight to the president of Liberia, who feel that Superintendent Nelson Caucus should be paid back because he is his chairman of CDC. Honorable Jeremiah Pankun is always on the radio telling the people of Nimba, remain resolute, hold your peace. We are saying these things because if you provoke the people anger, Nimba is the custodian of the peace in Liberia. Nimba is the protector of the peace in Liberia. Mind you, some years back, we remember what happened in Zorowe, where millions of dollar property was damaged from the arsenal metal because why the affected community and the citizen of Nimba County, they cried on to the government and told them that we want our just benefit. You cannot have a company who will come here, we don't have road from here to Yekepa, but they're taking millions of dollars. In fact, their production possibility schedule has increased, has surpassed its limit.
Okay.
When the people cry in the government, you know that we saw a kind of violent action that was orchestrated. If the president and the caucus continue to ignore the cry of the people of Nimba, Bob, you in Nimba, you are journalist. One thing I like about you, you do balance information services. You listen to the crowd. The instructions are all on the wall. We don't want this man. We don't want this man. If you open your telephone line, you will not find one call. You will not find one call. There is a man that 3 weeks ago, he beat 13 years old child. The superintendent himself. I have the photo. I'm going to send it to you. You can feature it on your platform. He beat this little boy they call Ruben Bar, a son of one Mr. Cooper Bar. We have done a communication to the Liberal Independent Human Rights. We have done communication to the Justice Ministry about the brutalization of that child by the superintendent. And when the mother reported the case to the police station, the superintendent had gone there with one Mr. Gondi Mambia, and he apologized to the police that he was wrong for beating this child. He abused this child. He took advantage of this poor woman child because she don't have money. He took advantage of the poor woman child because she doesn't have connection. He took advantage of him and beat him mercilessly. And the police there compromised the case, and the woman will fear that this man is a superintendent. That man have connection. I don't even have money to buy stationery or pay police transportation to go for arrest. Why will I take the case? And she accepted. When they went home, she got to go back to the police station because the superintendent could not provide even a pin pills for that child. The police have to take $500 Liberian dollars, less than $5, and give it to the lady to go and treat her child. We think we cannot continue with a kind of a superintendent like this. If this deterrent measure set by the president of Liberia and by the Nimba Legislative Caucus, this will protect who come tomorrow as superintendent or PMC chairman on grounds that they will have the thought that if I take these people money that doesn't belong to me, these people will come out and they will demand justice. We want transparency. We are not just calling for the superintendent removal. We are also calling for other things of the PMC. This is an institution that have used 2.8 million, but yet Nimba cannot point at any other development in Nimba within the course of 1 year. This is a PMC that used 500,000 United States dollars to repair yellow machine, use another 500,000 United States dollars for lubricants, but yet those yellow machines, none can move 1 kilometer road. When we analyze the quarterly report of the PMC, their service delivery report doesn't commensurate with financial deliverable report. We believe that they are exaggerating and there is a multiplicity of budget lines on one item. You can't be talking about scratch card, then you be talking about communication, and just passing the Nimba people money. And they have set huge salary benchmark for themselves while there is no development. One may say the people work for 6 months, they did not pay them. The superintendent could go and pay them, but to pay them is by law. It doesn't mean that because we need to pay them that you should go and steal and pay them. Why is true that we paying them across our heart? Our hearts are bleeding profusely with the kind of huge salary we give in PMC. I read me from Honorable Senator Prince Johnson office. They took him and bring him to the PMC as PMC chairman. You have Senji Takra, who was the chief of office staff for Honorable Gompu Kagon office. They're talking and imposing on the people of Nimba County at PMC treasurer. You have Rachel Yenga, who also come from Honorable Roger Doma office. They're imposing. How this is nepotism. And those guys, they are protected. Nothing can happen to them. The Nimba people are crying. We are saying to our leaders, it is now time that you can exonerate yourself. It is now time that you can do the right thing. We are not going to rest. We will remain on this call till there can be justice for the people of Nimba County. Let all of past PMC this have and misuse the Nimba people money. They escape, they go to sit down in America, Canada, Australia, and other places, and they go with impunity, and there will be no account. Now, as we speak, the current PNC chairman, who here is already in a cookies jar, is on his way to Australia. He's already on his way to Australia. We are saying to Senator Prince Johnson, it's not because this man is your sister's son, you brought him from your office to serve as PNC chairman. We need justice for the people of Nimba County. Since we submitted our petition, the caucus has gone to one meeting. And in that meeting, the Summary County Administration, bite on their knee, they begged, they said they were wrong. The superintendent said he was wrong. It was the fiscal affairs superintendent, C.E.L. Musa, who signed with the approval of the superintendent to go and withdraw said money criminally. According to members of the caucus, though they have not given us an official communication with regards to our communication to them, but what we have been hearing from Honorable Jeremiah Kpanku and other members of the
Sorry for the break in transmission over there. We will be right back. We will be right back. So please stay tuned. Yes, that was a little break over there, and we're back on. You want to continue?
okay, am I live?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, though we haven't received official communication from the caucus, but from what we have heard from Senator Jeremiah Kpanku and other members of the caucus through their radio interview, is that the superintendent and the members of this PMC has been begging them in the course of their meeting, and accounting from past or even with regard to the county dealership dissatisfaction or disagreement in working with previous superintendent like Honorable Swagger and that of the former development superintendent people when they passed vote of no
Yeah.
confidence, eh, there was some stumbling block with Manaseli during that time. So for this time, they don't want to have that kind of a friction between they and the executive. So with that experience with Manaseli, when said decision was taken and the legislature went to work and then passed with a no confidence and they reached to our desk, we felt that taking such action was invoked or kind of county-wide, vote of no confidence in superintendents and other appointees of government. So NIMA have to give and take people already in that of one class at that time. But for this time, the caucus is somehow advised to set a kind of a audit committee to meet the president of Liberia to advance the NIMA people recommendation. So we universally engage them some time. They are going to meet the president of Liberia. So we are giving them some time. Advocacy is not an event. Advocacy
Mm.
is the process. The reason why we were signed at this, those of us who signed at this, we are the most peaceful people because the thing we see bad that will happen tomorrow, this is why we can come ahead to enlighten the minds of the orchestrate, people who orchestrate the production of it. The people of Nima are saying to President George Weah, yet it's true that you are doing some little development in Nima, like the road going to Secretary, the road going to look after. But if you keep this short-footed superintendent in our county, Nima is too big. Have we done something to you to punish us with somebody who cannot read between the lines? There are many educated Nimayans out there. Why would you make mockery of Nima with somebody that when he's even speaking to the media, you find all of places laughing at Nima? I think we need to set up peace. So this is why the Nimba movement is not resting. We remain steadfast, we remain focused. Like we said to the people of Nima, this is not about multitude, it's about the mindset of the individuals who are proceeding with this advocate. It's
Mm.
the mindset. There are very many people when we started this journey. Where would this thing go? You guys won't go anywhere because the very caucus, they are part of it. The guys will call you in the corner and give you $5 or $6, and then like that. The more I hear those words, the more I'm motivated. On grounds that before I can come to this call, I came from a concerned background. It's so saddening that those individuals we're talking about could be the ones who have prayed to nightmare. Bob, you know what I'm talking about. Santa Crown went to jail on grounds that the people were stealing the poor Lima County people money with one account. Nelson Kwakwa, the superintendent, went to jail. J.E. and Musa went
The
to jail
Musa
for
in the process.
advocacy. We were there. Some of us had to escape to Sierra Leone and other places. When the masses that we stood for, when they were provoked to have gone to Zimbabwe and carry on that destruction, those of us, like I'm speaking here now, right? Why if something happened
Mm.
in Nimba County tonight with how brainy the people are, I will listen now right here, somehow can arrest me and say you are the one who been pushing the people. You understand? But they have refused to listen to the cry of the people. So those people who came from the background of our people, if they can create a nightmare, if anybody here one like me, the next thing the people will say that one of them.
Okay.
Those were the
All
key
right.
people. But
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Drobia. Will give you 30 minutes. You have talked in 30 minutes. Now, the listeners will want to, the followers will want to know, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think that what do you think the president saw into Mr. Nelson Kokwe or Honorable Kokwe that he appointed this guy as superintendent for Nimba County, most especially one of the biggest in Liberia?
and nothing President George Weah have seen Mr. Kokwe. Look, I was once member of the CDC. You aware that I work with the very county administration and I resigned
But
once almost 2 years ago and
somebody
raised
may
the rest.
see, Mr. Jobia, somebody may see something into you before loving you or
I'm
liking the process.
coming. I'm coming to you, Bob. I'm coming to you, Bob.
Yeah.
I was one a member of the CDC. I have now known what the CDC is because none of us thought the CDC would have been what it is today.
So how the
We have
CDC is
decided
today?
to set up CDC from what we envisage. It's far. It's far. Our CDC has gone from modality to immodality. So,
Wow.
when Jesus told Judas, if your mother knew, she wouldn't have born you. If we knew, we wouldn't have even thought of. I don't want to go into that. Remain on Nima. In
Okay.
2015, CDC could not give a budget to nurses to carry on CDC 10th year anniversary in Nima. They have to put budget to Maminaka, Gabla Williams. They came to Nima when people want buy cube, they give it to the old man and they go buy cube. The other person want buy pepper, they give it to the person to go buy pepper. On grounds that nursing was not trusted. They tried nursing on several occasions and he killed the people. The nursing has been imposed on the people of Lima because CDC feel that incompetent people
Mm.
who sacrifice for CDC should be given a
Yeah.
term. This is their term.
Mm.
This is their term. So whether you incompetent, whether you don't know the job, they send you there at the detriment of the people or of that region. So that is what is affecting Lima. We are saying to President, you have our competent civilians who are nearby. You can send them.
Yeah.
You can't continue. If this man, mind you, the issue about the Arsenal matter 5,000 up. You follow the issue in the media. When Arsenal matter
Mm.
5,000 has put support fund to the Lima 7 committee, US. The superintendent took that check, he cashed that check, he takes that money, embarrassment again. What will we have for? Why would we have a superintendent who will go? Lima is a place of tradition and culture. You can't have a superintendent who will go when he enter one village, when our paramount chiefs, our elders, our Zobo
But
come
Mr.
to greet
Jopia,
him,
Mr.
instead in
Jopia,
a car, turns his leg.
Mr. Jopia, you've been pushing this logic. You've been pushing the logic from time to time. After all of what you have
Yes.
done, what have been maybe your results coming out from people you are pushing this logic to? Maybe you are rating this the senator, you are rating the president, for example. What have been to your result coming out, and you are still pushing the same logic?
Oh, I want to be grateful for how constructive we are in terms of advancing this advocacy. Mind you,
Hmm.
the very day of the October 19 peaceful rally, Center, which is one of the number one anti-graft institution in Liberia, took 10 minutes to discuss NIMA issue with regard to the superintendent on Ume Radio, on Equas Radio.
Yeah,
We all of
yeah.
the human rights institution in Liberia, Civil Society National is pushing this thing. Our NIMA legislative caucus, they are under pressure, and we are only waiting for the arrival of Senator or President George. We are into this content,
But do
but
you,
I'm on record
Mr.
for this.
Jopia, Mr. Jopia, do you think your action will take effect?
My action will take effect. My action will take effect if
Like
President
how
George
when
we have feels, if the,
mm,
if President George we have feels that he cannot remove Nelson, we are telling the president that there will be unspecified actions in Nima County, either through the people vote or either through their anger. You need to take precaution now. But you can see the various radio stations there, how the people can almost bust the radio with the anger about Nelson Coco and the PMT. Why will you look? This is something that has been done without numbers in terms of how people or execute public resources in our county. You understand? Instead of coming up with a development agenda that will target and be focused to a particular development that will see and will get results, development decision making
mhm,
happens to be posted by posted only to show one lawmaker in a region that he talk there the same way in the area, and at the end of the day, only on town hall and all of things basis, and we can't see anything. So due to that, we are saying we will get results. The caucus are with us. The president is under pressure. The president want to go for election 2023. Nima is a vote rich. Nima is a vote rich county, and nobody will want to be better with the people of Nima. if the president will not take decision to remove this is hand-picked superintendent that he imposed on the people of Nimba, we are going to have our unspecified action. We are going to have our unspecified action comes 2023 or prior to 2023, because you cannot continue to abuse Nimba County in such form and manner. You cannot continue to make mockery out of Nimba County. This is a man who have sold all of the strap that could help benefit Nimba County in thousands of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Mind you, the issue about the strap continue, 3 continuums of strap that were arrested in Yekepa. This his authority continue that worth 175,000 United States dollars to go Guinea. That has been his due to sell everything with Black D. There is a man who publicly went to Ganta to the former mill or Barry, where they have those war tanks and all, or ammo carrier or the old one parking there. He has gone and strapped those things. The citizens have to demand. How much did you work for that you were turned to overnight rich man? We need a camp as a people. Nimba County need a camp. We need hospital in our villages. We need school. We got school buildings in our villages. We don't have teachers. It's about time that Nimba can reach a point that those money, that the monies that have been taken to enrich individual, they can empower Nimbayan to go to the villages and educate Nimbayan. Let our population is being measured with education. Nimba cannot have a kind of a population with less education. That is our argument. Our money should not just be seen at counter setting and people protect people to steal it and nothing come from in it. We don't want problem in Nimba. We don't want anything that will orchestrate violence in Nimba. We are appealing to the government and the Nimba Legislative Caucus. See a reason to replace the superintendent, terminate the contract of the very PMC, and take them for audit. If you do this, you will be setting a deterrent measure for would-be superintendent or PMC chairman tomorrow. But we cannot continue to keep Nimba vulnerable for corruption in such form and manner. We cannot continue this way. We cannot continue. We think Nimba deserves better. We think Nimba deserves better. If periodically every year Nimba was just sending 5 sons or 10 sons and daughters for foreign study in those essential science courses, with the money just being wasted to enrich individuals. By this time, Nimba got numbers of medical doctors, Nimba got numbers of electrical engineers, Nimba got numbers of mechanical engineers, civil engineers, or people from diverse professional background. But we do the same thing over and over and expect to get the same result. We say it's time that we can change. We cannot continue to, well, only you, your children are going to good school while other people children go hungry. Why will it profit you?
Mr. Drobia, then I'll get to the question and answer side of this whole thing. You are one of the citizens in this county, and you work with, you've been part of the concerning minds, and today you got most of you guys working in the county administration. So tell us now, what have been you guys' impact? Saying maybe, for example, you guys, some of you guys who've been working with concerning minds currently in the county administration, what have been your impact? What you did there, or what you're doing to satisfy the clients?
This is what I'm doing to satisfy the people of Nimba by keeping the feet on those who come from the background.
Most especially you guys who are now working in the administration of Nimba County, because sometimes you will just push heavy talk, and when you are given a position, You don't have anything
Bob,
again to do.
Bob,
You only
Bob,
enjoy yourself, get the
Bob,
money, and pay your houses around, buy land, all of
Bob, Bob, Bob. I was with the county
tell us.
administration at the
Yeah. Mhm.
I was with the county administration, this particular county administration under Superintendent Nelson Cocker and the very PMC. I was there as the procurement expeditor. I was responsible
So,
for all
so why you
procurable
left?
analysis. Yeah, I come to you. I was responsible for all procurable analysis, market survey, or delivery of procurable items, purchase analysis, and everything. I resigned 2 years ago. I did not resign behind closed door. I resigned publicly. The record is there. Go to VOG. I was the first person to raise red flag. I was like in the county administrations when I look at budget line, procurement planning, procurement ordering, salary structure. I call my brothers to meeting. I told them this is not what we advocated for. This is not what we cry out for. Why would PMC chairman be making 1,600 in car vehicles, his trash car, he carry mini trash car boot? Santa Cruz, you of all, why would you be making 1,400 at the same time having 200 or 500 trash car? At the same time, you got vehicle, at the same time, you got horse help, you got driver, you paying, and most of those things they are ghost name. Why will you get janitor one,
And
janitor two, janitor
maybe
three?
that is how they set up the rules and
Oh
regulation,
yes,
constitution right
but
there,
why you
and
think that?
that's why.
Why you think that 10% of the 2.8 million that should be responsible for the PMC operation and salary and everything finish? It is because they have huge salary benchmark for individual.
Mm-hmm.
There
And
is
you are
no way
still
you go buy
following.
one yellow machine part. I'm coming to you, but let me conclude on this note. There is no way you will go buy one yellow machine part 3,000, then you come and put it on paper that you bought it 15,000. I disagree with them, and when I advised behind the scene and they could not listen, I came publicly. I told the people it's better I resign and have integrity than for me to partake the one drum of gas people getting. I will not mind the 1 gallon or the 6 gallon container taking and sell my future. So there is nothing. There is nothing. I better be a hungry free man with my conscience. Why? Who are we doing those things to? Who are we doing those things to? We are doing it to Nimba and see how many of our brothers and sisters are in the street there in Nimba. Abuse is hard. Young Nimba are getting bed, they can't sleep because of the criminality. What are we doing to even build a kind of rehabilitation camp? Some we came from advocacy background. What are we doing to put enough money to education and send them by abroad for advanced study? But we come project building to, bro, one of the things I disagree with, I'm maybe to leave from over there. And those are things that we frown at during the days of concern environment. The guys went and stage managed all kinds of colossal companies. They got a company just in different people need. Man, you, the current concerned environment chairman, Abayomi Wifor, he's executing more than 5 projects for the county. You understand?
Wow.
And that project before you can be a water contract, you must agree to the 30% proportion. That is, whatever money, if they say 75,000 for the project, 30% of that 75,000 will go to them. Oh yes, those are things that we did not agree with, and we still saying. That is why when you see when the guy
that's some of the things you left from the county administration.
That was the main reason I have to leave because there was going to be no way
don't you think,
myself.
Mr. Drobia, give me a little chance. Don't you think leaving from the county administration brought a little setback to your life? Don't you think?
Why will it profit me that will enjoy the stolen money? That tomorrow, if my son Heavenly want to become somebody and then Nimba be showing fingers, I will be more happy. The setback it brought to me is that the people of the Sononkla don't have hospital. Though they have one initiated clinic, but no medicine there, no trained doctor. That is a setback. That is the setback. It's institutional setback.
So
it is general setback for our people.
So
it's not personal. It's for our people. I'm talking about setback that I want to use the money to send 5 person from Zoget to do nursing, they will go back to the hospital. But instead, you took a criminal and put it in your individual account. Yet the clinic there, other people go there. You know what happened to our people in the villages? They are self-doctor. When your child skin get high, you buy pain tablet, paracetamol, and give it home monitoring and get sick in their hand and they get well by themselves.
Mr.
No
Drobia,
police to go for them.
this whole thing is about administration. And you work with the county administration, and you left from there because you said the whole administration, they full of criminal
The
activities and other things,
superintendent knew
corruption.
nothing. The
So
superintendent
don't you
knew
think
nothing about administration.
if you keep on saying criminally, don't you think you are actually talking to or attacking the superintendent?
But what word will we use? One who will go, Bob, like you sitting over there, right?
Yeah.
Your manager whose name I don't know gave you ball or receipt to go and to carry to somebody she know to take money from there for this month. That it expired was only for this month. Then after 6 months, you ask your manager you want to do something. She said, "Wait for me." But you went and take the same receipt that she has used for different transactions to go and take money in her name. What is that? Is it not criminal? What word should we use? It's criminal.
No, I don't
One who
know.
will
I don't know
go.
right there.
That is it. You don't know. One who will go. They gave you 1 million for the chiefs and elder of Berege, but over there, that 1 million turned to 800,000. One who asked no matter will give you 5,000, and that 5,000 you take 800 United States dollar of that money and give it to the sports steering committee. What are you doing? You are criminal.
So,
There is no.
Mr. Drobia, why can't we say corruption instead of criminal? Because the people say that we should always say corruption because
That
when you
it is
are
because
a
we want
government
to
worker,
be
we should say
choicy and
corruption.
dignified.
Not
We want to be choicy and dignified criminals. Those people, they are no different from armed robber.
wow.
Because if the money was to be used for those children who are vulnerable in the street to go to better school, they wouldn't have been there and creating insecurity for people, jacking people, phone, juking people with net. So they are the facilitator of armed robbery. So no better way you can put it. What I say
serving a
corruption,
facilitator?
what I say embezzlement. Why would you want to even say embezzlement when because of you people are dying right now as we speak? There is no road going to many of our villages, but yet 2.8 million was used that we can't see nothing. But we still paying those people for sitting down and doing nothing and stealing from us.
Because
Why should we not call them criminal?
But the
Why
superintendent
should
is
we
not in
not
the
call them
county,
criminal?
Mr. Drobia. The superintendent is not in the county, Mr. Drobia.
No, the superintendent has returned. He was currently in Sweden,
Okay, that's good.
where all of the superintendent of Liberia were invited
Yeah.
for a security forum. Though he did not say anything there, we only saw posts with no caption, and it raised concern by people. But that's true. There was post with no caption, nothing you could say because what do you know to say?
If you say the superintendent poster with that caption, is that what you only observe? That's only observation right there, or you have something
No,
against
we
the
got
superintendent?
our friends. Look, I got 5 friends among the superintendents in Liberia. They are personal friends to me. We go to school together. We form part of students' organizations. They can when some of those guys are discussing the superintendent of Nimba brother is discussing his shameful you can buy, and that's the hard truth they can be telling because I know everything they're saying is truth. Why will our superintendent say at that security forum? When you go say bucket get fed in pocket. When you go there and say the issue that tissue, is this what he will go and say? When you go there and go say the pocket is not covered by his own cave?
No, you know something, now the people followers will be saying Mr. Drobia, maybe he did not do well, so they gave him dismissal letter, maybe they suspended him for time indefinite. So can you
Bob,
bring us
the
your
records are
can you bring
clear.
a resignation letter? Can you bring a resignation letter
Bob, Bob,
so that we
Bob,
can get the
Bob,
copy?
Bob, I'm on a
Yeah,
public media. I'm on a public media. You know I'm
very
focused.
international.
I'm focused. In Nimba County, if I was dismissed, do you think you're going to be a secret? Do you think you're going to be a secret? No, it's not true. I can never be dismissed. In fact, I was a brain. I was a brain. So why would I be dismissed? Well, you want to dismiss the brain? No. I resigned because I could not work in a corrupt people who tomorrow the society will ask you and say, but you were there, you should have known better. That's what I resigned. I could not work with them. And this call is not because I resigned. The call is about us doing the right thing. The same way how we stood here in the past and told other people that this was not right. If we remain silent because our own kind is there, society will judge us tomorrow. So now, if some of us remain calm, the very Nimba people will begin to judge our independence in terms of making rational decisions in the interest of the people of Nimba County. Why is Emmerson silent? Why is Bob Kuti silent? Why is Melvin Kobe silent? And what my silence will do, it will only prove perception that, oh, those guys, at the end of the month, on operational payroll. Do you know how many of our brothers on operational payroll? They got the media propagandists, they call the PMC PRO. They went and bought on one piece of smartphone. They divide on many of them. They are on all the radio stations in Nimba County. Once you get on the show and you will see them, and when they call you, no one. Because they will leave the reality, they will see the merit, the rationale in what you're saying, but they will leave it to defend the crumbs that have been given to them by their masters. How long are those crumbs?
So, Mr. Drobia, we are discussing Nimba. You have said many things about the superintendent negatively. This part, it may not be on your part, but on the superintendent part, where maybe later you will observe that the president will listen to you because you've been pushing the logic and you have written
The
all the
president
people
will
around and
definitely
said,
listen.
yeah. So now, so if the president cannot work in this, or cannot take action, what will be maybe you guys, youth of this county, as you serving as the chairman, what will be you guys action taking against the president, for example?
Wait for our next call of action. We are waiting for President Bakubay to return. In the coming weeks, I will be touring the entire Nimba County in all of the major cities where the demand is high. Mind you, we still have the signature page of our petition still going across Nimba. Right now, information reaching my desk is that we have over 45,000 signatures. So we want to see whether the president will not take action.
So how
If
many
the president
signatures you
don't
guys
take
were looking
action,
for?
we were not looking for specific number. We were not looking for specific, but to be frank with you, gone beyond my expectation. One person can stand and go. The friends that he can always, if you reach out to them and say, this man can't listen to advice, this man can't listen to people, this man can't listen to people. He has changed overnight. He has turned to a person that none of us thought he could be. Some of us, when the superintendent was appointed, when the superintendent was appointed, he reached out to me. Definitely, he texted me and told me, Emmerson, I'm carrying you and Melvin Kobe. I want you guys to come and sandwich me.
So Melvin Kobe, let me Melvin Kobe issue and maybe carrying you. Now, Mr. Drobia, we have discussed many things about the superintendent because we got no minute now to go, maybe 3 to 5 minutes of that. So can you just tell us, let's just leave the superintendent issue and just get into this census issue a little bit. So what's your feeling about this whole census thing? Have you observed anything about it?
If nothing has ever embarrassed me as a patriotic Liberian who knows the importance of census and structuring the household data of the Republic of Liberia that is used for many, many development purposes. This is my biggest disappointment ever in life. And what we could recommend to this government is that the entire census process should be postponed and have a kind of an independent body, allow foreigners to come and conduct this census, because we want the right data to be collected so we can know the actual size of our population and it will direct our decision making. But the entire census process is a mess, is characterized with discrepancy and corruption. It's sad, it is disgraceful with the kind of a revelation that is coming out from the leges. For me, the president of Liberia dismissed two of the director general yesterday. We think that it is belated, and in fact, the president never wanted to dismiss the particular women Smith who has messed the entire thing up. But instead, his target is innocent, well-seasoned, competent Ellis Williams, who 2-3 years ago, he has always been to the public, the caucus, and tell the Liberian people that this thing will proceed in way, it will be that this, it will be that this, and they saw him as enemy. Ellis was the one who raised the red flag on the corruption in Lagos. So because Ellis has been tough and telling them the right thing, the president is not happy with Ellis and they wanted to remove Ellis because they see Ellis as threat to them. So to do a cover, they have to add Women Smith on Ellis. Why will you remove the other man who wept, who hair is in a cookie jar, who is on LSC corruption list? We feel that the president of this country, these are areas that he need to focus intense. If he cannot do anything for the Liberian people, let him give us quality and accurate data for our census. Maybe Emmerson and Bob will want to drive some development activities. We can look at the census result. We say in your government play in Bresodapa or in Blue there we or in Loud Medical, you got this population is like
all around them.
Yeah, so the census can guide a lot of development activities, but it's sad for Liberia. We don't think this is the kind of a government we wanted, that is not doing the right thing in the interest of the Liberian. But why will you impose on the census on Lagos? Why will you not give the people the chance to do independent work? And this thing is everywhere, brother. People apply for for Lagos enumerator or position. People whose name were shortlisted, you realize that you found people who did not even apply name coming out to do the census work.
Yeah,
What
because
is that?
I follow, you know, on the census issue, I follow the supervisor listing, and I saw, I laughed when I saw Gogo serving as him money. Gogo, Google. I saw Gogo serving as him money.
Yeah.
And I even saw DD serving as him money with numbers all in front.
That's what happened
And
when you have
I even screenshot it and I got a copy.
That's what happened when you put people there because they supported you to power. They were the one who voted for you, so you need to certify them. After you abandon them for 5 years, you only enrich yourself now that election is near. You want to
So who's that? So who's that you're talking about?
Satisfy them with all kind of. I'm talking about the seditions who deny you a place on list.
Okay, Mr. Drobia, we're gonna
have them
now.
Who putting Google as enumerator.
Yeah, we got Google.
So to conclude.
Yeah, conclude now so that we can go home, Mr.
Okay,
Emmerson,
I just want to say to our people in the diaspora and to all Nimba on the sound of my voice, this is not a wish home. This is a collective call that we all need to join this endeavor to ensure the right thing be done. It is challenging those of us who stand for the truth. We stand alone. to enable us get the kind of a result we want. We are soliciting financial support from everybody to budget some of our efforts in getting there, in addressing most of the issue we need, like the issue of the land dispute in Ganta. There are a lot of work we have to build dialogue and other things. So we want to tell our citizens in Nimba County, remain resolute. Advocacy is not an event. Advocacy is a process. And I want to say this to our people on Nimba. No matter how this government have blown us when it comes to this censor, the day you see enumerator come to your door, let all of us turn up to register, because it is for our good. It is not for them. In their mind, they want to discourage you to not turn up, so that if you're fired, what happens? If you're fired in the hall, then they can get you 2 cups of red with everybody eat. So let's turn up so that we can be counted. The number we know we have in our county will help us individually to derive our development. I want to say kudos to this section. I'm available at any time to volunteer with you. Whatever service you want me to do, my doors are open. And I must appreciate the CEO and you, Boston Bob Quitty, and the level of maturity and how you growing up. Like, if somebody in 5 to 10 or 8 years back, when I start knowing you from Kekema, when I go there, my man Melvin would tell me that Bob would be this composed, one without it. But anything you put your mind to, you have passion for, you can grow up. I want to say thank you for your self-support and professional upbringing. It was a nice time being with this A2 radio station, and I hope to appear here again. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you very much. Is Mr. Emmerson Drobia, one of the tough talking person, and the chairman serving on the committee and in the group where they said they want the president to dismiss the superintendent of Nimba or change him because he's not working in favor of the people of Nimba. And that's it. So thank you very much whatsoever you've been following us. My name is Bolson Bob Chum Quitty, and I'm here on this roundtable discussion. And I appreciate you a lot for the time following us. Thank you to all of you, and bye-bye.